Hey guys, it's Blackstone Betty. Let's talk pasta and lobster and cheese. 3 of my favorite things. I'm showing you guys how I throw those all together to make a really fast and easy weeknight dinner or platter full of this pasta for a party, or make it as a side dish, which is one of my favorites, paired with a nice steak off the Blackstone. Before we jump into this cheesy pasta with lobster, be sure to go to that Blackstone Products YouTube channel. Now, let's get cooking. One reason why I love this pasta dish is because you can use any shaped pasta you like. You can even use the ready-made pastas or refrigerated pastas out of your local grocery store. Anything that's quick and easy, go for it. Pick your favorites. Today I'm using Barilla's, and I'm gonna get that cooked inside so that we can dump this into that cheesy sauce when it's time. In a small pot, I have some butter that I just grated in some fresh garlic cloves into. We're gonna season that up with some Old Bay. Now I have 2 lobster tails. We're gonna split these open, leaving them attached at the bottom of their tail. So with scissors, I'm just gonna go across the top of the shell. We're gonna flip them over and cut along the bottom. Now that meat inside of that tail needs a little bit of help, so I have my Blackstone cleaver that we are just gonna use to chop that tail in half, leaving the bottom together. Now you could split these completely, and you've seen me do that tons of times. However, I just like the way that these look on the Blackstone when they are attached still just slightly. We're gonna let them hang out and start our cheesy sauce. Using a large pan directly on our Blackstone surface, my skillet is preheated, so it's time to drop down some butter. We're gonna let that begin to melt. Once that butter begins to melt, let's add in some heavy whipping cream. Let that hang out for a minute. Once that butter's completely melted, we're gonna add in our Belgosio mascarpone cheese. This is the cheese that I tell you guys about all the time. I love it. Could use in sweet dishes and savory dishes, however you like. Spread it on some toast right off the Blackstone. It's delicious and creamy and thick. Oh, it's so good. We're gonna add in our hand shredded cheeses. Now I have some Gouda cheese, Parmesan cheese, and sharp cheddar cheese. You can add into this any cheeses that you like. We're gonna let all those cheeses hang out, melt together, while our cheese sauce is doing its thing, hanging out. Back to our lobster tails. We're gonna drop them down onto our Blackstone. We're gonna go flesh side down first, brushing them with some of that melted garlic butter that we infused with a little bit of Old Bay, and then we're gonna flip them over and ladle on or spoon on some of that butter. That way these towels are cooking in a bath of butter. Those towels will hold that butter in perfectly, and these only need a few more minutes before we pull these off. They cook super fast. As soon as they turn orange and firm to touch, that's how you know that your lobster tails are done. While those lobster tails hang out and cool, we're gonna chop up some flat leaf Italian parsley. This we're just gonna slide to the side and save for the end. Let's get this lobster meat ready for our pasta. We're gonna remove the lobster meat from their shells, give them a rough chop, and set them aside. Our sauce looks perfect, so I'm gonna use up the rest of that butter that we had melting for our lobster tails, because why let it go to waste? It has so much flavor. We're gonna just drizzle that into our sauce, add in our cooked pasta, give it all a nice mix. This smells like heaven to me. Let's garnish it with a little bit of that parsley, give it a quick mix through, add in a little bit more parsley, and spoon over all of that lobster meat. Now that is why I love this dish. If you didn't like seafood, you could just eat this as is. If you didn't want the seafood, you could do a protein like chicken or pork or even steak. Just simply change what kind of dry seasoning you're using. Try the whiskey burger or the lumberjack or the Blackstone all-purpose. Any one of our seasonings would work perfect in this dish. And if you're crazy like me, on a summer day, you want to load this thing up with tons of seafood. I love mixing in crab meat with shrimp and lobster and some king crab meat. Oh, I can't get enough of this pasta. I hope you guys enjoy this one as much as I do. It's so crazy easy. I always like to keep some mascarpone cheese in my fridge so that when I don't know what to make, I can quickly whip up a little bit of cheesy pasta in no time. So go try it. and be sure to snap a picture or a video and tag Blackstone products, tag Blackstone Betty. I cannot wait to see what you add to your cheesy pasta. Don't forget to go to that Blackstone Products YouTube channel and leave us comments on all of these videos that we are throwing out there for you guys to enjoy and recreate and put your own touch to. Zhuzh it up a little bit in your own way for your family and friends. Until next time, I am Blackstone Betty, and I will see you guys in the next video.